Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a 1,000-watt portable power station. This is the BALDR. The model number on this one is the Pioneer 1000. So this is a 1,000-watt portable inverter generator with 933 watt-hour of battery. You'll be able to power AC loads, DC loads, USB. We're going to go through this portable power station and see exactly what it can power, how you can charge it, and how you can utilize this thing right here. I think these are very, very valuable when it comes to home backup system. It's like a backup to your backup system. So if you have a backup generator and you don't have one of these, I'm going to show you why you should have one of these. Okay, just a quick few specifications. We're looking at the Pioneer 1000. This has a lithium battery inside of it. Capacity 933 watt-hour. It's 22.2 watt and 42 amp hour battery inside. It's not heavy. 18 pounds, real light, so you should be able to carry this around, especially if you're doing any kind of camping. This 1,000-watt, that would be my minimum. If you're trying to power like a refrigerator, it says mini, like a small refrigerator, those 750 watt to 1,000-watt microwave, this thing should handle it. Especially it has a 2,000-watt surge capacity. So that's real good. You got this nice little carrying handle on top, and it folds back. Makes it real easy to move this thing around, especially at 18 pounds. You got your power button, one push, everything comes on. This one does have an eco mode right here. So what this does, if you leave it in eco mode and it has nothing being powered, it will shut itself off. If you turn eco mode off though, it will stay on. That's nice for if you're powering like a refrigerator. The refrigerator shuts off, it will not shut itself off. It will stay on and wait until that refrigerator cycles back on. So if you're doing any kind of load that goes off, make sure you turn eco mode on or off, okay? Off if you want it to stay on. If you want it to cycle off, just turn that on and it will cycle itself off. This is a light. It has a nice little flashlight on the side. It's kind of cool. I guess if you're using this for camping, you can turn on a nice little flashlight. Okay, this flashlight is on and off. All right, your DC side, you click this for DC loads. That will turn on all your USB and your cigarette side lighter. 12 volt, 10 amps. Your USB slots right here, you have 3 USB-A at 3 amps and 1 USB power delivery. That one puts out 60 amps. 220 volt AC outlets. This is the switch right here to turn on the AC outlets. This one does have DC charging. It goes from 12 volt to 28 volt. Maximum 150 watts. So it does not accept a lot of solar, but you can do it right here. Okay, this will be your AC charger. Plug it in, charge on AC. And it comes with a DC style car charger. Plug it in right here to plug on your car. 150 watts max. On the car, you typically get right about 100 watts. When it comes to the display of this power station, one thing I really like is that it has the battery. Each segment is 20%, and it shows 100% charge. It also gives you an output time, all right? And it tells you exactly what is on. So I'll turn off the DC. This will go off. I'll turn on the AC. That will come on. So output watts and hours. This is real good. So if you turn something on, it will tell you exactly what's left. So you don't have to guess. Just by seeing 80%, 70%, it tells you exactly the time you have left. Turn that off. Let's check the DC. So I'm going to plug this in right here. Turn that on. You can see you're getting 13.48. This is a regulated DC output. That's real good. So as the battery goes down, your voltage won't change. It will also maintain that voltage all the way through the power battery. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to check the sine wave on this thing. It does say it's a pure sine wave right here. Let's verify that. Plug in the oscilloscope, turn on the AC, and you can see right here it has a pure sine wave. So that's real good for powering refrigerators, anything, laptop, cell phone. You want to make sure you have a pure sine wave. You don't want to put something with a modified sine wave. It will get hot and burn your stuff, especially microwaves. Okay, turn that off. Okay, so verified pure sine wave. It showed you regulated DC. Let's see if this thing can power some loads. Just to give you guys an idea, I have this light bulb. It's a rather large shop light bulb. Just want to get something that'll pull some watts. So let's just say power outage, you have to power a light. One thing I like about this is this. Turn this on. Turn this light on. Okay, so it'll tell you exactly 54 watts, 16.5 hours. You should be able to power this light from this power station for 16.5 hours. Most of them don't have a timer on it, so you don't really know what you have left. That's one thing I like about this one. Okay, guys, we got this on the outside. I have a small deep freezer and a large refrigerator. The one question everybody wants to know, can it power a refrigerator? Can it power a small deep freezer? Let's try it out. Let's start with the deep freezer. Plugged in the deep freezer. First thing you do, turn this on. Like I said, if you're using a fridge, turn off the eco mode, because once the fridge shuts off, you don't want your power station to shut off. Turn on your AC. You can see your time and your watts come up right here. Let's see what the surge is at. There you go. You see that? That's a small deep freezer. So it'll surge up to about 700 and something, and then it'll go back down. So it could run your small deep freezer for around 10 hours, pulling right about 88 watts. And remember, guys, just because it says 10 hours, once this thing gets to temp, it's going to shut off. And then your time could go all the way back up. So you could power this for several days. You put a solar panel on it, just keep charging. One thing I like about this model, I've had this thing charged up for several days and it's still at 100%. So the parasitic drain is it's really low. So you shouldn't have to worry about it. But they do recommend you charge it every 3 months just to keep the battery fresh. Okay, so that's all wattage right there. Settled in right. About 81 watts. Let's try the big refrigerator. Okay, let's plug in the fridge. Okay, guys, I got the full size refrigerator plugged in. Let me go ahead and turn it on. Let's see that surge watts. Once the fridge gets started and that compressor starts running, you can see it drops right around 183. Tells you 5 hours. And it will just keep dropping once that compressor gets equalized. Okay, guys, so it's saying right about 5.9 hours, 149 watts. Fridge is working. Compressor's running. Almost going up to 6 hours. Okay, guys, let's verify one thing. Can you charge this while it's pulling AC? I have my DC box right here. It's a battery box. I'm going to plug this right here into its 12-volt output. And while it's using that, I'm going to plug it in. Pulling right about 54 watts DC. So, okay, so you can charge it. So let's just say, for example, if this was a solar panel, you can use solar and use your AC at the same time. So you see it's starting to charge the battery. It's just a 55 watts, so it's showing that. But if I had, say, like 150 watt, remember I told you can put 150 watt max solar in this. So that would pretty much cover what we're using on a full-size refrigerator at 146. So get you about 150 watt solar panel. It should cover you, keep your battery charged and cover the load, depending on the solar output, how much sun you have that day. But you can charge and use it at the same time. Let's also verify what happens if we charge. This is the brick to charge it. Let's put it right here. What happens if I plug in the AC charger at the same time? Also right about 147. So it's pulling out 152 using a full-size refrigerator, and it's putting in 146 using the AC charging brick. So we're going to charge this back up to 100%. I just have 12 minutes to go. We're charging it back up to 100%. I'm going to do a full load discharge, and we're going to verify this 933 watt hour just to see what it pulls out. Remember, guys, you're never going to get the full battery capacity. They're going to save right about 15%, 20%, so you don't discharge the battery all the way down to damage it. So when you do this load test, just remember, you're not going to get the full 933, okay? One thing I'm going to show you while this is charging, I'm going to show you 3 adapters that you should consider getting. And the reason you should get these adapters is if you have a transfer switch or a generator inlet box, remember, in a natural disaster, you're going to have to check your generator about every 12 hours, 15 hours. Let's just say 12 to 20 hours, okay? Don't let your generator run 24 hours, 48 hours, just keep running. You're going to have to shut it off, check the oil, check the air filter. In the middle of doing that, it's going to take you about probably 15, 20 minutes. Cool down time, let your generator cool down before you work on it. Don't try to work on a hot generator. In that time frame, you're not going to have any power to your house. If you have one of these guys, so these are the 3 adapters that you should consider getting if you have a portable power station and you're going to use it as a backup to your backup. So in the event you're running off your transfer switch, you're running off your generator inlet box, it's been 24 hours. I need to check my generator air filter, check the oil, make sure it has oil in it. Just do a quick service, quick inspection. Shut down your generator. You come right here, you grab one of these adapters. This adapter right here is from Park World. I got this, the 4-pin to 15 amp. This is the 50 amp inlet box to 15 amp. This is the RV plug to 15 amp. All right. So they should all be able to plug into here. The reason I say that, you should have one of these. So you shut down your generator, no power. You come right here, you get this. You plug this into your transfer switch, get you an extension cord, plug it into your portable power station, turn your refrigerator on, turn some lights on so you don't have your family in the dark. You need to use the garage door opener. You could just plug this in. You could just plug this in real quick, use your garage door. Even though it's in the beginning, when you just lost power, if you have one of these, you could just plug it in so you have lights. You can move around freely, turn the refrigerator on, get your generator set up using your adapters. By that time, everything is ready. You don't have to be running around in a flashlight. You could actually utilize a power station to keep your house running. So this would use for the transfer switch. This one right here, you could use it for the 50 amp inlet box. Remember, no 240 volts, just the refrigerator and some lights. This one right here, you could plug your RV. So you could plug this in your RV and just keep your refrigerator running while you're parked on the side of the road using your power station. You can get 6 hours from this thing on a full-size refrigerator. All right, so these are some of the adapters. I'll put the links in the description if you guys want to do it. But you should have a power station as a backup to your backup generator. Just a thought, food for thought. You don't have to do it. I'm just letting you guys know. That's what I'm here for, just to give you guys ideas of how to stay ready in power outage situations. Okay, 97%, 12 minutes to go. I'm going to plug this thing up to this light. Each one of these lights, we have 500 watts. I'm going to use 2. We're going to put 1,000 watts on this thing and let it go all the way to 0. Then I'm going to see exactly what you can pull out of it. All right. Once it's full, we'll get that test started. Okay, I have the Variac plugged in. This is going to allow me to adjust the power output. Okay, I have 2,000 watts of light bulb right here. I'm going to see exactly where this thing tops out. Okay, let's start putting power to it. So as I adjust this right here, the wattage increases. You see the lights come on over here. Try to get everything in focus. There you go. 300, 400. The fan just kicked in at 800. $1,099, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500. All right, so we're right at 1,734 is what I saw until it dropped out. And then all you do, turn off your load, just click your AC, and it should reset your power. So that's the max. This thing is putting out some serious power. And it held it for a while. I'm surprised. Okay, we're right at 100%. Charge it back up. I'm going to plug this in right here. Turn the AC on. So what we're going to do. Okay, this is where we're going to need this. We're going to measure the time, the kilowatt hour, and it shows a day right there. But we'll see how long this thing gets to go down to 0. And plug 1,000 watts to it. Let's get this test started. All right, let's see what we're pulling. 2 of these lights. That's 500 watt each. See? Pulling 925 watts. It says 56 minutes. And here's the kilowatt hour. So we should see exactly, and the time on the top. All right, let this thing run, and I'll be back once it's done. Once it's down to 0. So we're gonna see the time and our kilowatt hour on top. Okay, we're coming up to 20 minutes on this thing. 296 watt hour. Got 42 minutes left. It's at 57%, still pulling 930 watts. This thing is pulling its max load for over 20 minutes. That's the reason I chose 1,000 watts. I wanted to see how long it could pull it max loads for. And also the battery rating. We'll see that. 300 watt hour. Okay, 56%, 41 minutes left. Okay guys, we're down to 5 minutes, 8% left. Got 620 watt hour, 41 minutes, 30 seconds. Should be shutting off soon. Remember I told you guys, you will never pull your total 933 watt hour. They're always going to keep some in reserve so you don't destroy your battery. Okay, so you're having 633. You have 626 watt hour and pulling 930 watts for almost 41 minutes. 42 minutes right now. 3% left. The lights are still on. 1,000-watt lights. 1 minute. All right, just hit 0, 4%. That is pretty impressive. Battery caution light came on. Let's see when it turns off the AC. Okay, 0, 0. Still running. 674. 45 minutes. All right. It just shut off the load. 45 minutes, 20 seconds, 678 watt hour. All the way down to 0. So you have 72% efficiency on this one right here. It's a lithium battery. Guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Please hit that subscribe button. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Bye.